Each and every gCADPlus drawing can have an associated plant data file. The plant data files are simply ASCII text files, and you load them via the gCADPlus drop-down menu, and I've done that here. I've loaded the gCP file that comes delivered with gCADPlus, one we called GardenCAD. It has the extension gCP, and we're looking at it here, and you can see it contains a number of columns. We're looking at the list ordered on botanical name. Then there's a common name column, a type column, code, pot size, cost, custom, and you can add extra columns if you like. You might want to have information, as I've done here, under a custom column for trim after flowering and so on, but you can add extra columns and change whatever you like in the columns. If you're going to use the extract quantities and extract information from the plant schedule that's automatically generated using this data file, you do need to keep them in that order. You can add extra columns to the right. You may not be aware immediately that you can sort. So if I click on botanical name in the header line, we're now sorted Z to A. Similarly, I can sort on common name and track down and find something via the common name. It's more useful, I think, though, to sort by type. So as we scroll down the list, you can see all the ground covers are grouped together, the hedges, large shrubs, large trees, medium shrubs, and so on. So that ability to sort and then resort and resort again and put it back into botanical name and so on, that helps you find a species that suits your particular needs and interests. And if you added other columns where you had extra information, you could perhaps categorize content in an extra column and sort there as well to find just that species that you are interested in. It's not obvious that that sort facility exists here, so I thought it worth pointing it out to you. We'll have a look now at a different plant data file, one from the Paris area. Well, let's now load a different plant database file. I'll go to Plant Schedules and Lists and attach a gCP file. I'll scroll down and I've got one which would be suitable if you're working in the metropolitan area of Paris. So I'll click it, and I'm asked, would I like to replace the existing one with this one? And I'll say yes. And do I want all the species assignments cleared? Well, yes, I would. And here we are looking at a list of species that are suitable for landscape design work in Paris. So again, a different data file. I'm not quite sure how the number of species here, but there are some over 400 species here. And you can see that we've stored information about pot size, the cost from a local nursery. Not all of the codes have been introduced, so let's just sort on code, and there's only a few codes been entered. So my guess here, in fact I know the reason for that, is that this designer doesn't use the stored codes in automatically labelling plants. But can you see, sort on common name, sort on type, and these of course are all French terms for shrubs and so on. So gCADPlus, the plant data files that go with it, can be used in a number of different areas. So you're likely to make a gCP file that works for you in your particular area and put information in it about pot size available from local nursery suppliers and the cost. And from that information you can generate a plant schedule for this design and then export the information to Excel and total up the cost of planting.